Drushni, and I am here to do a video for you guys specifically about being a special needs mom. I have put up an entire series about spina bifida on my other channel. I will put a link to the whole playlist down below. I have a 20-month-old son who was born with spina bifida, and so I go into vast detail over there. This video today is going to be specifically about being a special needs mom and self-blame. I'm not sure if this is going to resonate with a lot of people, but it definitely was my experience. I deal with depression, and because of that, I have what would be considered an internal locus of control, which basically means that when I look at my life, I feel like what happens to me, I am in control of. Now, that can be a good thing in a lot of ways. But when you are a person that deals with depression, you feel like everything that happens, you somehow did something to make it happen to you. So the good things happen and you don't really take credit for them, but the bad things happen and you feel like, well, it happened because I did something. I know cognitively that that is not the case, but I'm just explaining to you how that mindset kind of goes. Well, you can imagine being a person who has dealt with depression for 2 decades now and who had severe depression at the beginning of my pregnancy during some of those weeks, what it was like to get the news that my son was going to be born with a myriad of medical problems. I still struggled with blaming myself for my son having spina bifida. And I know that that doesn't seem like it makes any sense, but I know somebody out there feels me, especially those that have been pregnant before and know how your hormones are and know how you have concerns for your child. It doesn't even have to be that your child has special needs, it's just regular first-time mom concerns. And so you always think, well, what could I have done? What should I have done? I had been taking 400 mcgs of folic acid in my vitamin for 5 years prior to that. And so I was totally doing everything that I was told to do with respect to neural tube defects, and science doesn't know anything else about what causes spina bifida, so I couldn't really do anything different. Cognitively, I understand that I had no control, but you still think to yourself, what could I have done? Fast forward to this past holiday season, I find out that there is a distant family member that has spina bifida. Yeah. Thanks be unto God that I did not know that early on in my, when I had my son or during the end part of my pregnancy, because that probably would have sent me over the deep end in having these thoughts about, you know, the fact that it was somehow my fault. Because, you know, as a mother, you're thinking, it's my body is supposed to make this kid. You know, what did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? You know, and especially when you have depression, that what's wrong with me question is in there anyway. So of course now you're thinking, oh my God, what's really wrong with me? Like, I'm broken, you know. And I know I'm not the only person that has thought that, so I'm gonna just put it out there because it's gonna help somebody. Especially if you are early in your child's life, you may be thinking that. And honestly, you probably did what you were supposed to do. Now, there are times when a mom has contributed. You know, if she drank and all these things during pregnancy, there can be other repercussions. But if you're a person that did exactly what you were supposed to do, what your doctors told you to do, and this happens, it just happens. What I want to do to end this video is flip it. At first, you are thinking, what did I do? But nowadays, I kind of like to look at it like, I understand why God gave me this child. He knew I wasn't going to kill him. I have had many people look me square in my eye, not blink, and tell me that they would have had an abortion and they would not have been able to do it. Now, obviously they're not saying it like they would have killed my son specifically, Flickerbug, but they're telling me that they're not strong enough and they would not have been able to do it. I feel like when God puts a person in somebody's stomach, his intention is not for them to die. And so I think he knew I wasn't going to kill him. The other reason why I think God chose me to have this kid is because my son is pretty awesome. Of course, he can be a little hellion because he's a 1-year-old and that's part of their job description. But he is like one of the most wonderful people I have ever met. Not only that, he has changed who I am as a person. I think I used to see people with disabilities and they were invisible almost. I didn't think anything negative. I didn't think anything positive. I didn't think anything. And now it's like somebody has lifted a veil off of my eyes And it makes me sad that that was who was walking around in this body that time, because there are so many awesome people who just happen to have a physical disability or even other disabilities. He's also teaching me how to love differently. He's teaching me how to be more unconditional and accepting. He's just bringing out a better Rushni. Instead of blaming myself, I just try to realize this is why I have this assignment. Hopefully this video is encouraging to someone. Hopefully this video is inspiring to someone. Hopefully you have learned something if you are not a mom of a child who has special needs. And yeah, if you like these types of videos, definitely hit me with a thumbs up so that I know to do more of them. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. If you do so, then you'll get notified when I put up new videos. I am trying to put up a video every single day this week, so stay tuned for more. Leave me a comment down below about anything that I said in this video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all. What is that noise? Can you hear that? My neighbors are outside. I think they're pulling their garbage can.